welcome back to another episode of When It Rains, It Pours. Very special edition of When It Rains, It Pours. The fully stimulated episode of When It Rains, It Pours. I'm your host, Keith Ray.
I'm John Ray.
That's right. Welcome back. John, I believe you've been fully stimulated for a little while now. You got your, you've been stimmied up?
Yeah, but I don't think fully yet.
Oh, no. Well, of course, there is supposed to be more money coming.
Keep it coming, man.
That's right, dude. I'm telling you.
I've been working the whole time, but I'll still take the direct deposits.
I mean, we got Crafty now. Probably the world's largest shrimp cocktail.
I don't know about that.
Do they have bigger shrimp cocktails than this? This is like almost a pound of shrimp on this bad boy.
I don't know. They got some stuff. They got towers of stuff. That's usually got crab and lobster and all that on it.
Have you seen these Bloody Marys where it's got like 40 shrimp and a cheeseburger and I don't know. That just seems like a little overkill to me.
Oh, I hate Bloody Marys.
Kill all your buzz from the drink.
Forgot to get a plate for the tails, huh?
Yeah. But it's okay. This is my table, and I'll clean this table after the episode's over.
There you go.
But, yeah, I mean, that's the thing is I got to get used to being this rich, you know? Like, I can't just be good at it right off the bat, you know? It takes a little practice.
You got to get used to the somewhat okay things in life. Like, not the finer things, but the just better things.
Oh, I think I've getting a cramp in my side. Do you mind trying to get that for me? Oh, shit.
What the hell is this shit?
Oh, that's some Prosecco, my friend. Talking about that Italian sparkling wine. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Belletti, huh?
Belletti, I believe.
No.
Nope, that's an
Belletti.
E. That's an E. But, you know, I thought, why get French champagne when, you know, they're historically pussies and cowards, when you could get Italian version of champagne when they're, as we know, the people who found noodles in Asia.
I've got a couple
conquerors.
Couple of things to say here.
They don't fail.
One, first of all, you've been watching too much Sopranos because now you think you're Italian.
I don't think I'm Italian.
Second off,
okay,
it doesn't matter if it's French or Italian if it comes from Aldi's, which is where I'm sure you got that.
That is exactly where I got this.
Third of all, you get champagne because it's way better.
But what's so much better about champagne? It's made by people who have to walk around with their hands in the sky all the time, backing down to fascism, you know, not people who conquered the entire known world. You know what I'm saying?
Italy never conquered the entire known world.
Alexander the Great was Italian, bro.
You know, he was Macedonian.
Oh, well, whatever. Tony thought he was Italian.
You're
on
thinking
the Sopranos.
Of the Romans, but
yeah, the Romans, they conquered the whole fucking world, did they not?
No, they didn't attack. They didn't conquer India.
But France couldn't even like keep Belgium. You know what I'm saying? Like they had to give up, and little Luxembourg, they had to give them up too.
I don't know, but they got croissants and champagne, and that's good enough for me.
That's true. I do, but Italian
I
bread.
I fuck with Italians too.
I'm just saying.
But baguettes, croissants.
Do you think that the fact that I've been watching a lot of
champagne and cognac all
yeah,
got to be from France?
The yak is best when it's from France. That's true. But do you think that it's watching The Sopranos all the time that's made me start buying all these wife beaters and tracksuits? Is that? Do you think that might have been? Maybe
it's subconscious, dude.
It's
now
subconsciously.
I think it's Belletti. No, it's Belletti. It was an E. And okay. I'll point out that you are drinking it out of a cowboy boot. So
well,
you still are with your roots.
Italian,
white trash.
Italian or not, like I still am American as fuck. And if you're not drinking a boot full, are you even really drinking?
Part Guido greaseball part white trash.
Yeah,
That's
little
what you are.
best of both worlds. Best of Europe, best of America. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Belletti isn't the best. I'm sure there's even better Prosecco's.
There probably is better Prosecco's, but this was $9, dude. And it's not like I'm trying to be broke the day after I get the stimulus check. I've still got a gold chain and a firearm to buy. You know what I'm saying? So
You can drop a 20 spot, get some good Prosecco.
but then I wouldn't have been able to buy all these scrimps, dude. I got like 2 pounds of shrimp.
I'll have a scrimp.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm telling you. I'm rich, bitch. That's my new catchphrase. I don't think anybody's ever said that before.
Hey, man. That's Donnell Rollins.
Oh, did Donnell Rollins say that? What did he say that on?
Your doppelganger's show.
Oh, yeah, the Chappelle show. That's it. Because at the end, he's like, I'm rich, bitch. Because he had all the... Now, that was a good purchase. A truck full of cigarettes.
Yeah, that was their take on reparations from like 20 years ago.
Well, I mean, this is like...
That shows you how far ahead of the times they were.
The stimulus is like a reparation for having to suffer through watching all the ways to enjoy life be stripped away from us as citizens of the world for the last year. They're like, hey, come on now. We know you haven't been able to have any fun. We just have... I didn't know that the biggest way to spread disease is joy. Until last year. And now that they're like, hey, we'll buy them off. We'll buy them off. Throw them rent. It's always feels good to pay next month's rent. Nobody wants to pay this month's rent. This month's rent is a bitch. This month's rent is how you end up broke to start the month. But next month's rent, now you're riding high, dude. That's like 60 days of financial
pay your
independence.
rent when you're supposed to pay your rent. It's no biggie.
I mean, I guess it is no biggie now that I'm balling out of control, dog.
I'm just glad you didn't buy any gold-plated guns or...
I'm not going to buy a gold-plated gun. I found this gun. It's chrome-plated. It's got pearl grips. Not pearl, ivory grips. Actually made from the tusk of an elephant. Very cool. Technically illegal.
That's disgusting.
What do you mean that's disgusting?
Take those grips off, crush them up, snort them, and use them to get an erection. That's what real ivory is for. Is
that true?
Or no, that's rhino. That's rhino horns. My bad. That's what they do in China. You think I got something? China's got a million different ways to get your dick hard. All you need is fucking Viagra, dude. Come on.
Or Blue Chew,
or just your natural testosterone. Yeah. Because I've never taken any of those.
I know. I'm 28 years old. I can rub my dick against the corner of the wall, and it's like I'm fucking ready to go. You know. I don't understand. And also, I'm kind of looking forward to not having so many fucking hard-ons. You know? They're distracting. It's like I'm fucking driving to work right now. I'm listening to the Daily Testimonial and some gospel music. And somehow, just the whip of the road, I've got a fucking hard-on. I'm like... I can't pull over. I'm on my way to work. I can't pull over and handle this. You know what I mean?
You're getting a boner listening to gospel music.
I mean, so I'm saying I'll get a boner no matter what media.
So you really love the Lord. Like in carnal ways.
You're gonna blaspheme like that on the stimulus edition?
I wanna fuck you, Jesus. Fuck you, Jesus.
I don't like this.
Fuck you, Jesus.
I don't like this. You keep my God's name out of your mouth, buddy.
You keep your God out of your mouth, you horn dog.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck? You're talking to me. You're the one saying you're getting hard-ons listening to fucking praise the Lord.
Well, I mean, there are some women in gospel right now that
like, you really want to... make you have sex with their God.
No, that's not what I said. I said that their music arouses me.
They're chiseled male Jesus.
That's not what...
They describe him so well that you
first off,
get erect.
Not every gospel song is about Jesus.
Sometimes they're about the Lord.
Yeah, and sometimes they're also about what the Lord
or
gets you
the Holy Ghost. You want to have
sex?
sex with ghosts?
Well, I mean, now that would make me a pansexual. That would make if pansexuals had sex with
we got to come up with a new name for this. Wanting to fuck God?
I don't fuck God.
You want to fuck God, dude?
You're
fucked up.
That is so unacceptable.
I hate that you're my brother right now. That's so gross,
dude. First off,
you're very inappropriate right now.
You're the one that's inappropriate right now. I tell you, that I get random erections no matter what I'm doing during the day. And I use an extreme example of, like, for instance, maybe listening to some uplifting gospel music. And you're like, oh, so you want to fuck your own God? And I'm like, no, I don't want to fuck God. And then you're like saying that not only do I want to fuck God, I want to fuck him in all three forms? Come on, man.
You brought it up.
I'm enjoying the piggyback, okay? That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is if I hear somebody say a Hail Mary or an Our Father, I don't get a chubby, okay?
Fair enough. I forget you're a papist. My relationship with God doesn't come through my relationship with a man who's tied up to organized crime and pedophilia, but, it's just a direct relationship.
I grew up half Catholic, dude.
I know, man.
We went to church for funerals, and that was it.
I don't really care for the whole funeral mass. I've been to one of those.
But we eat Greek hams for Christmas Eve and for Easter. And
you got to admit, these are some pretty big shrimp.
Those are some scrimps. Yeah, you got them.
I mean, they're not quite as big as the ones I had at Roost Chris. Those were like a fucking candy bar of a shrimp.
Oh, no, they're jumbos. They're like prawns.
Yeah, I was like, damn, this is like a Snickers bar made out of shrimp. You know what I'm saying? Fucking thick, but these are still These still got some girth to them. They got a little weight.
When you were done with your meal, were you like, you guys got Snickers bars?
No, but I was disappointed in the dessert selection.
Okay.
I'd had most of my dessert via beverage.
Plenty of sugar, yeah.
Yeah, plenty of sugar. But it would have been nice to have some white cake, I really do like that. And I like a little pie and ice cream sometimes. Cup of coffee.
So you want diner food at a steakhouse?
I mean, I don't. That's the kind of desserts that I like.
No, dude. If you go to a nice steakhouse like that, you get creme brulee.
Oh, creme brulee. That's the
banana pudding.
That's where they break out the blowtorch and put it over this.
Yeah, fancy shit, dude. You need to see fancy shit.
See, I like
cheesecake.
The sound of that.
Cheesecake is about as close to what you want that you'll get.
Well, it's like I got paid, then I hit the casino, then I hit at the casino, then I come home and you're like, "Hey, stimulus is here," and I'm like, "God damn! Now is this my weekend or what?" So I was like, "Fuck it, dude. Good Italian sparkling, bunch of shrimp. I got some steaks in the
Shitty Italian
fridge.
sparkling.
Shitty Italian sparkling, shrimps. Next month's rent. I'm doing good, baby. I'm on top. When I buy this gun, I'm not even gonna be like, oh, should I have bought this gun? I'm gonna be like totally fine with having bought this gun. I'm so excited, dude. And I need this gun. A lot of people probably wondering out there. Also, not just because we
start off with a taser or a stun gun.
Well, first off, living here on the set of Menace to Society,
crawl before you walk.
I think I'm okay rocking just a straight up piece from the jump. But not just that. I mean, I need to have a semi-automatic pistol to guard my giant treasures, my giant treasure trove that I'm now, I have at full disposal. I mean, I don't keep my money in the bank. It's all in my pocket most of the time. I got to protect that shit. You know what I'm saying?
First off, if you do get a gun, which I still very much believe you shouldn't, and your mother has expressed that to me as well.
That's true. But the government is buying me a gun. I didn't.
If you do
want a gun.
get a revolver,
Okay.
If it's for carry at all.
The revolvers are more expensive, though. I don't want to drop half this check on them.
No.
Can you get a revolver for around $2? If you can get a revolver for around $2, that's what I'll drop that.
Yeah, you can get a plastic gun of any kind for $200.
Okay, well I'll just grab an Uber after we wrap the episode and go get this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
No, you could get a nice revolver for probably $350.
Yeah, that's all right. I could do that.
No,
I have to get a ride on the way there. I'm not gonna, not gonna spend the money on the Uber if it's gonna go up.
But you
$150.
gotta already get the carry license too.
Oh no, it's just for at home, dude. This is just for at home.
Oh, you don't need anything then.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna play with it all the time. I'm gonna play Russian roulette with it.
Spin it around your finger,
I'm gonna spin it around my finger.
Try and act like
Sammy Davis Jr. back in the day.
I was gonna say Doc Holliday, but
Doc Holliday. Oh, Val
Johnny
Kilmer.
Ringo.
Yeah.
Johnny Ringo.
I like the Val Kilmer Doc Holliday better than the Dennis Quaid Doc Holliday.
Dennis Quaid was good, but you can't. Val Kilmer killed that shit. You gotta give him his due.
Well, Dennis Quaid was.
I'm a daisy if you do.
He's already a badass from.
He did good, but I think even just the movie was better.
Yeah, not as
Tombstone
long.
was better than Wyatt Earp. It was, yeah. Wyatt Earp was a little longer because they showed more.
They made it
before
like
and after.
Well, the man lived like 90 fucking years.
Kurt Russell was better than
Kevin and Costner.
Plus, oh fuck yeah, dude! Kurt Russell fucking curb stomp fucking Kevin Costner. He'll take the bat from Field of Dreams and beat Kevin Costner's head in, dude. Are you shitting me? Kurt Russell?
Yeah, he is a badass.
He's a fucking badass, bro.
Dude, he was in that movie Next of Kin, probably my favorite revenge film. That's like from that era where action movies were a little too influenced by Charles Bronson films.
That's one of
it's just like
the last movies I would bring up. But.
That's one of the. You don't like Kurt Russell's performance in that film?
It's all right. It's not his best movie.
Maybe I shouldn't use the word film when describing.
Dude, I'm talking about he was in fucking. Oh shit. Fuck.
Overboard.
Overboard is great, but that's comedy. I'm talking about action. Like, dude, he's just a badass, man. Big Trouble in Little China. Fucking. What's the ones where he was? Escape from New York, Escape from L.A.
Oh, okay.
Snake Plissken, dude.
I don't even know Snake Plissken.
Tango and Cash with fucking Big Sly.
Is that the one where he's got like a dog?
Escape from New York and Escape from L.A. The character's name is Snake Plissken.
Oh.
You don't know shit.
Never seen these films.
You're not a cinephile, dude. You're a fucking sopranophile. And a Larry Sanders file.
Just because I like good series that HBO's put out over the years doesn't mean I don't also watch films too.
Yeah, you like a good show that HBO put out over a lot of years, and you like Larry Sanders.
The Larry Sanders Show is a terrific show, but we're not going to get back into fucking Larry Sanders when there's so much to chop it up over this week. You know, now that I am a rich person.
Oh, hold on. Tombstone also has fucking better bad guys, dude. Curly Bill, fucking Powers Booth.
Yeah, Powers Booth is pretty great, dude.
Fucking killed that shit. Well, bye. And I don't know the dude's name that played Johnny Ringo. He was good in it, but I don't think he ever really did up much else. But fuck. And they even had Jason Priestley up in that motherfucker in the cameo. Shit.
I like Dennis Quaid from when he played Jerry
Bill
Lewis.
Paxton.
Oh yeah, Paxton's in that movie. My favorite.
Motherfucking, what is his name?
Elliot?
Sam Elliott?
Yeah, the stranger from
Yeah, I mean, there's
Big
good
Lebowski.
Wyatt Earp is good too, but Tombstone,
A little Prosecco, my man?
nah, I'm good on that. I drink champagne.
Really is the difference between Prosecco and champagne?
Champagne only comes from one place in France.
Where's that?
Champagne. It's a region.
Oh, that's like a province in France is like the champagne.
Yeah, it's like would be considered like a state or a province. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They call it a region, the Champagne region.
The Champagne region of France.
That's why even if another sparkling wine from France, if it doesn't come from that region, they can't call itself champagne.
So is it a Prosecco? Or is it just sparkling wine?
It's just sparkling white wine, yeah.
See, I went with this because it is a Prosecco, because there was a bunch
No, you
of
went
these
for that because it's $8 at Aldi's.
Yeah, $7.99. But still, like, I saw a bunch of these brute sparkling wines, and I was like, sparkling wine doesn't even have a real name.
I mean, you
know
can get some good sparkling wines too. Like the people that make what's the Cristal?
Okay.
It's Louis Roeder. They have vineyards in California and shit where they make really good sparkling white wine.
Oh, okay.
It's not champagne, but it's made by the people that make a really good champagne.
I like
and they
that.
make other champagnes too, but Cristal is their big one. But for me, I don't know. If you want to go that high, I'll go with Dom Perignon. Which that's made by Moet.
Oh, Moet de Chandon.
But for just good regular champagne, I go for VCP. Veuve Clicquot Ponsardin.
One more time.
Veuve. You just call it Veuve, but it's Veuve Clicquot Ponsardin.
Oh, okay.
And I've never took French, but I'm pretty sure I got the pronunciation pretty close.
Right on. Right on. I like a.
It's
nice,
it's the one with the green bottle and the yellow label. I'm sure you've seen it in many rap videos and shit like that.
Mostly in our refrigerator, actually.
Oh yeah, too.
Because you fucks with that shit.
True.
Not too
that's
long ago,
that's my go-to, but
we were knocking them back one night, and you were like, "Man, I didn't even remember breaking open that champagne."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Where is it?" And you were like, "Oh, it's gone."
Oh, I don't even think that was Veuve though. I think that was Nicholas Foyle.
Is that still a champagne?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. I don't fuck with anything but champagne.
See,
I will get some shit from California if it's by known good brands, you know.
You want to finish this off?
I'll taste it.
Go for it, dude. Cheers.
That's too much.
To too much. Too much money. What's that mean? It's like too much fun. There's no such thing. There's just nothing wrong with being rich as fuck.
We share the rest with the drink.
Oh yeah, you don't care for it?
No, it's all right. It's all right for $8. Shit.
Man.
It's a good buzz. You'll like it.
The thing is, and we're not brought to you by what is it, Belletti?
Nobody is brought to you by Belletti. They do not advertise anywhere.
Their advertisement is the price.
Yeah. They are brought to you by Aldi's.
It's not like it's an Aldi brand.
It might as well be.
Damn. This is probably like a case that got left in the sun. You know what I mean?
It's like the TJ Maxx of alcohol.
Of alcohol, exactly. Because, I mean, I really do. I like some finer things in life when it comes to booze. You know, I like a nice bourbon, good Elijah Craig single barrel. You know,
I've been doing it for a lot of years, I guess.
Maker's 46, which Maker's 46 is only $4 at the bar I like the most back home, and it's like, I just I don't know. So my taste in like finer alcohols and stuff really is more in the hard liquor department. But like I figured, got the New York strips, couple pounds of shrimp. Might as well get some champipple while you're at it, Me and the boys out in California used to make our own champagne. We would buy white wine, and then we had a soda stream. And we'd hit that motherfucker with the soda stream, and it would make that garbage-ass dollar store white wine into some pretty fine champipple. I mean, some shit to make Red Fox proud, I'll tell you. Maybe not Red Fox. Maybe more
trying
character.
To not cry
Fred
right
Sanford.
now.
What?
I'm holding back the tears.
You're holding back the tears as what upsets you so deeply about this?
It sounds disgusting.
Hitting some white wine with a soda stream made it into like a nice Riesling. Kind of a muted bubble.
If you just want to do shit like that, then just drink jungle juice.
Like just grain alcohol and
kill your brain as fast as possible. Please. It's disgusting.
Well, speaking of completely fucking disgusting, there have been some interesting developments in the news this week. See, you're going back for seconds, man. You're going back for seconds.
I don't want to waste it.
It's all right. Don't worry. It won't go to waste.
I heard you've been drinking vodka. So
just because I'm rich doesn't mean I'm not still cheap. But speaking of people in my tax bracket, the wealthiest Americans. Because, I got a new bracelet. Got a new keychain. Got a brass knuckles epoxy keychain with dehydrated flowers in it. Look at those beautiful flowers.
Keith,
right
that's
there,
not
bro.
a brass knuckles epoxy keychain. That's an epoxy knuckles keychain.
Yeah, there you go.
Economy of words, please.
Well, anyway, I'm just saying, like, I got that from custom jewelry designer and personal friend of mine, Tooth Fairy, custom jewelry by Tooth Fairy on Etsy. And I've gotten a lot of compliments on this keychain. I love the color blue, And then I got this bracelet. She made me this bracelet. It's fucking gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? Just living fat. Matches my earring, my little opal earring as you call it or whatever. I thought it was black onyx. Either way, it's probably just a piece of broken glass with some dye on it and a little ear grip.
Now all you need is a feather earring for the other ear, and
dude, I need a feather earring. You are not wrong. That might be the next purchase, dude. Now that I have literally an endless supply of money, I gotta say that's probably gonna have to hit the docket.
Then after that, double face tattoo. I'm gay.
First off, there's nothing wrong with being gay. People out there, they're gay, they're not gay. Some of them are probably in the middle somewhere.
Maybe, I love gay people.
I know, but why you gotta call me? You mean gay like lame, like 90s gay?
No, like if you're wearing all that ornate shit, you're sending out signals.
That I'm gay?
Yeah.
Because I like to accessorize?
You can't try and look like Jesse Ventura from the late 70s, early 80s and be like, not go to parades and shit. Like,
I don't know.
Where if you go to the parade, wear your mask.
I don't know. I think really the key is to like just express yourself through possessions that you buy and then you wear. Basically, accessories are really the only way to show that you have any kind of meaningful personality to the outside world. If like for instance, you got that hat on. That hat means what? You like the letter A. People will then be like, cool, that's the first letter in the alphabet. Me too. We got something going here. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to like me, people will see my style. They're like, oh, this guy is like
likes weird ornate jewelry that's worth nothing.
Well, hey, this was
that's very cool. I'm just teasing
and
you.
And they're available for a very modest price on Etsy.com/jewelry by Tooth Fairy.
I'm just teasing you. I'm just and I'm not saying anything casting aspersions on gay people. I'm just joking.
Okay.
But what I mean is like you're wearing costume jewelry that should be worn by a crossdresser.
Or just a woman.
Yeah. Or a weird older woman.
So maybe I have a little bit of
like
a feminine,
like a 80-year-old woman that still wants to like fancy up.
Oh yeah, like Tracy Lawrence. That's not the actual Tracy Lawrence, the actual from Mama's Family. For people who don't know,
yeah.
The amazing
Vicki Lawrence.
Vicki Lawrence, thank you. God damn it, Tracy Lawrence. What was I thinking?
You're thinking of Tracy Morgan.
No, I was thinking of Tracy Lawrence, the country music singer. But Vicki
I don't know
Lawrence,
anything about country music.
Understandable. You
Except
weren't
Garth
really...
Brooks changed his name to Chris Gaines, and he was just as gay as before.
He sucked just as bad.
Yeah, he was terrible.
He was really like the death of good country
music.
No,
I listened to a lot of country music riding around in the van with your mom.
Yeah, but you even
listened to a lot of
fucking George. You said you didn't like George Jones.
Yeah, because all I heard was, I don't need your rocking chair.
Okay, well,
come on, that's not my style, man.
If that's your exposure to George Jones,
I'm a city boy, dude. I'm a city boy. I'm sorry.
I would hate George Jones too. If
I
all
don't
knew
fuck
was
with country music.
A fucking song about Geritol and Medicare and fucking like what it means, all denial of the fact that you're old as fuck. He wrote that song when he had fucking all white hair, but. Like
I'm not
George
going
Jones,
into a deep dive on that motherfucker if that's what I hear from him, though.
I'm just saying, well, that's like saying, oh, I don't like the Beatles because my mom always used to play I Am the Walrus. Or
I Am the
Submarine.
Walrus is tight.
No, that song sucks shit, and so does Yellow Submarine.
What about Hey Bulldog? If you can't
whole...
fuck with Hey Bulldog, then I'll quit the podcast.
This is a deal breaker?
Yeah, I'll quit the podcast if you don't fuck with Hey Bulldog. Come on.
I don't think I'm familiar, but I'll tell you right now, I didn't judge the Beatles by their worst song.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying though. Is like my stepdad's always played. He played country music, but he's the one that turned me on to fucking like Parliament and George Clinton and all of that funk shit too. Like he's just into all the different kinds of music. I'm not that blessed. I like all that shit, but I can't fuck with the country shit.
You ought to revisit some of the better country music from before the Garth Brooks era.
I'll get right on that.
Because there are some really beautiful songs. Some of the best, and you love a good love song.
As country as I'll get is Derek and the Dominoes. So there you go.
What do you think of Ray Charles?
Not a huge Ray Charles.
Not
guy
a huge
Ray
Charles.
Especially his country stuff.
Well, he did like an entire album of just country
I'm aware.
And it's one of the best records ever made.
Those aren't the ones I like.
Yeah. I'm more
can
of
give
a Hit the
up.
Road Jack.
Yeah, I like a lot of Ray Charles shit, but he lost me on the country and the gospel.
I don't know that song.
I'm not trying to get a hard on gospel like you.
Hold on, buddy. First off, gospel music is great music, and in fact, it's literally a guaranteed Grammy. If you can find a music that hasn't had gospel just abrasively shoved into it for an entire record, if you can find a genre and just literally combine whatever is already going on with some gospel, you got a Grammy. Every time. Chance the Rapper, Ray fucking Charles.
I don't fuck with Chance the Rapper either.
Stevie Wonder.
Suck my dick. Stevie Wonder lies about being blind.
He does not lie about you're a sight denier?
Okay. Well, tell me this. How can he write Isn't She Lovely if he doesn't know? He just believes everybody else. Oh, my daughter's beautiful because everybody else told me. You didn't see it for yourself? You're a liar, dude.
First off, isn't she lovely? Doesn't necessarily mean isn't she physically attractive. But also, a baby is never anything but pretty anyway. Like,
sometimes there's ugly babies. Haven't you seen Seinfeld?
okay, first off, that is a joke written by bad people. You see what I'm saying?
I've seen some ugly ass babies.
But speaking of bad people, and speaking of Seinfeld,
I'm just saying he shouldn't. I don't know. He wrote some songs talking about things that only people that can see should write about.
That's true. In the city, or living for the city, I mean, that whole sketch.
Like, if you're blind, you really don't know a lot about
the song.
a lot of the stuff he talks about.
You
That's
know
what I'm saying.
the like weird sketch that they put in the middle of
But Stevie Wonder is a great musician. He's bad at.
But you're aware of that song.
But I'm saying he might not be blind.
He's got to like take a
Conspiracy
package
theory.
across the town and all this shit. And he gets hemmed up by the cops. It's like a whole little melodrama that kind of just mucks up the works on this awesome song. That he could have never participated in that. Who's going to give a blind guy a package to deliver? You know what I'm saying? Like,
They're just going to go to the next door and be like, here you go.
Yeah, like, how do you fucking... Oh, yeah, hey, it's 100 paces that way and 300 after that to your left. Like, what the fuck? You know, fucking... Oh, yeah, let's make sure and send the blind guy with this important box full of heroin. Come on. You know, I'm just assuming that it was heroin in the box.
All I'm saying is, I don't know. I think he might be able to see a little bit.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Just first off, they tried to say that because he danced one time that he wasn't blind, and I was like, did you see him dance? I
can look like Stevie.
If you saw him dance, you'd be like, no, that's how a fucking blind person dances. That or somebody with diminished capacity.
That's a performer. Obviously, ever since he's been doing it since he was a little kid, man.
He's been pretending to be blind this whole time, you think? Although
maybe he was blind, but he got stem cells or something. I don't know. But by the time he said, "Isn't she lovely?" Because he says things about like her features and shit in the song, I believe. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just cynical, but I would have just said, Isn't she my daughter?
Isn't she precious? Isn't she wonderful? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, those are better.
These are all
lovely to me insinuates looks.
Yeah, I could see that. Well, but also he says he's also
friendly.
He's saying she's lovely, then ultimately he wraps that up with "made from love," you know, because he fucked his wife, and that's how they had their baby.
You don't know if it was his wife.
Or
probably was.
I mean, he could have had all kinds of...
He's a stand-up guy.
He could have had all kinds of illegitimate
I appreciate everything he's done, but I'm skeptical about the sight thing.
He's no Leon Black. You know what I'm saying? He's not some piece of shit going around loaning $50, $70, $30 million or giving that much money to fucking...
Leon Black.
Yeah. Giving that money to Jeffrey Epstein, loaning Jeffrey Epstein $20.5 million, in addition to the $150 million he paid him. Like, I'm talking about Leon Black. This
JB Smoove was on the fucking Lolita Express.
Dude, all over the Lolita Express. This
JB Smoove?
No, Leon Black.
Yeah, from fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Leon Black.
Yeah, that's JB Smoove, the comedian.
In real life, JB Smoove is the head of the Apollo Global Financial Fund or Apollo Global Mutual Fund, which is an investment
He's a comedian,
firm.
Dude.
No, I was reading all about it today on Vanity Fair. They did and did you know this? In real life, Leon Black is an old fat-ass white man. I don't know how he does this.
Okay, so it's not JB Smoove.
Well, I'm assuming...
JB Smoove is Leon Black on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Look, Leon Black is a real person, too.
Larry David is plenty wealthy enough to know who the real Leon Black is. So, clearly this is like a George...
So, JB Smoove was playing this fat white guy as a black guy on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Exactly. This guy who is like... Sure, he's a super successful Wall Street guy. He made lots of money. He was super good friends with Jeffrey Epstein. You know, all the traits of somebody that Larry
But
David
was
would
he
surround
Vivica A.
himself with.
Fox's brother?
No. See, this is where I
So
think
it's not the Leon Black from Curb. It's a different. There's
remember,
multiple Leon Blacks.
But remember how all the characters in Seinfeld are all based on real people? Curb Your Enthusiasm, Larry David, same creator. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want you to try and say Larry David was on the Lolita, because
I'm not saying he was on the Lolita Express.
I love Larry David, man.
People that rich, people that obnoxiously rich, like people that like rich people like myself go, Jesus, they're too rich.
But Larry David drives like a Prius.
That doesn't.
He doesn't flaunt his wealth. He just.
I mean, not as much as I do. I mean, he's not eating shrimps on the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
He's a proper Hebrew.
He should start a podcast, though. That's the one thing Larry David hasn't done that I think he really should do. He's missing out on such a fat-ass revenue stream.
He don't need that. He doesn't need any kind of stream. He's caked.
Another opportunity to
He's caked up. He's caked up more than Tom Brady and Giselle.
I mean, what does it take to make a season of Curb Your Enthusiasm? Like 25 days?
It takes him to get bored. That's what it takes. He'll do it, and they'll let him do it whenever he wants.
But I'm saying,
dude, he's got carte blanche.
Shouldn't he be sitting in a, let's say, really nice dining room in a penthouse apartment?
He's
with
a weird
family member talking into a microphone a couple nights a week. I mean, that's what we do. Does he think he's better than us?
That's a hassle for him, man. Yeah, he's way better than us.
Oh, the fucking Larry David's better than us.
Yes. Look, he's more talented.
Me and Dave
way
Chappelle
more wealthy.
Have more talent in our left foot than Larry David has in his entire body. You know what I'm saying? And
I don't know what you're saying.
He goes around.
That's a way worse statement than me being facetious and saying that Stevie Wonder isn't actually blind. It's you saying that you have anywhere close to Larry David's talent.
I mean, dude, ask the fans. I mean, the fans will tell you. Not only
it's on the same level of you saying that you have anything to do with Dave Chappelle.
Look, just because me and Dave Chappelle have had the exact same life experiences from Jump Street.
By the time he was 29, where was he compared to you?
Well, dude, he didn't have a global pandemic to compete with.
Okay, that's why.
I'm saying? And also, I'm still in my back to Africa phase. Like, you watch.
When he was in his back to Africa phase, he already had millions of dollars.
13? Well, I might only be a thousandaire, whereas he's a millionaire. But I'm just saying, I'm in my back to Africa phase. 15 years from now, when I get a deal for $120 million and then subsequently make several unfunny stand-up clips where I whine and complain about not having even more fucking money, when my catchphrase for the last 20 fucking years has been, I'm rich, bitch. You know, you'll see how me and Dave Chappelle are the exact same motherfucker. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Dave Chappelle didn't ever say I'm rich, bitch. That was Donnell.
But it was his clip. It was his catchphrase.
Yeah, so he was humble enough to make the catchphrase for his show his buddy's thing, not his.
I think it was more just Donnell is a writer.
Donnell's just fucking good.
Oh, Donnell Rollins is hilarious, dude. And I love his little dog. Shout out to the homie Donnell. I know that I am just like Dave Chappelle, but I'm not your friend personally. That's one of the things. We should change that, Donnell. You should come on our show. We'll talk all about how when I was growing up, going to various art schools and learning how to do stand-up from AIDSy, unsuccessful comedians in the park, you know, like how that developed me into this kind of corn-fed oracle that you see today, you know, somebody who just speaks the truth without effort, you know, a true American icon.
Yeah, I don't think Donnell's coming on this.
But it's funny, man, that Leon Black dude, they fired him. He's not allowed to be Captain makes $1 billion every 3 weeks of industry that he used to be. And they released a bunch of like his comments about Epstein in Vanity Fair today. And he was all about like, look, I paid Epstein all this money because he was hitting grand slams for me. You know, he was touchdowning. I was throwing him the ball. He was calling the route. He was catching the ball. He was fucking spiking the ball. I mean, it was all kinds of
just another Bernie Madoff.
It was all kinds of just really, solid sports references. And then when they asked him about why he didn't stop being his friend, after his conviction in 2008 for having sex with an underage prostitute, or procuring an underage girl for the purpose of prostitution, he was like, well, first off, I believe in rehabilitation. But second of all, he was like, he thought she was older,
Yeah, I don't know. I think
this bitch misrepresented herself.
I think he was propped up by certain people just because, I don't know, that I've heard interviews with like certain intellectuals and shit that had met him and shit, and they said he
would just
was
get
kind
you
of like a
any
numbskull.
piece of young trim that you wanted.
No, they were saying that he wasn't
behind a
necessarily
2 a.m.
a smart guy or a guy that would influence you or anything like that. He was just kind of a swarmy guy, and I don't know,
the kind of guy that maybe
just preyed on people that were I don't know, that
wanted to have sex with children.
Well, that not just that, but just even have sex at all. Like,
so he would be like, "Hey, give
me
$50 million this year, 70 the next, 30 the one after that, and then loan me 20 and a half
I think
million."
He fucked with a lot of the political people too, but also a lot of the scientific community, like.
But I mean,
people that couldn't get laid on their own.
That's what he was saying here. He was like, "Hey, he was into science. He knew all about the science."
No.
Hey, what am I supposed to not be friends with this guy? He's a financial advisor.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he can get some of these incels and weirdo nerds,
like people who. Unlike my,
no,
like
not even the rich people is what I'm saying.
Even
the rich
when I was
people,
homeless, I could get pussy.
But the rich people were the ones that wanted him to get these other people, the smart people, that weren't necessarily rich.
Oh, okay.
So then they could come up with technology to fucking spy on everybody and shit like that.
Oh,
this is conspiracy theory shit. I'm not really into that kind of stuff, but I get the logic.
Well, I just can't believe that J.B. Smooth's been playing him on TV for all these years.
Yeah, I think it's a different guy, dude.
I mean, J.B. Smooth, I'm not going to lie. He's one of the funniest people that ever walked the earth.
Dude, he could have not one joke and go on stage and do 3 hours and make you laugh.
I mean, I understand hilarious. That. I'm just saying I would rather see him play kind of...
I think it's a different guy. There's more than one Leon Black that ever lived.
It would be better if he was playing this dude than like a black Kato Kalin, like I thought he was playing before. Like, this guy's a titan of industry, not just Mr. on the couch all the time.
I like the guy on the couch.
He plays fucking Floyd from True Romance, for God's sake.
Yeah, that's a good... Brad Pitt did that. It's good company.
If that's true, that is true.
J.B. Smooth's like, yeah, I played that same character as Brad Pitt, and I did it better.
I mean, even though...
I laugh more at J.B. than I do Brad Pitt, and Brad Pitt fucking made me laugh in that movie, for sure. Especially when he's fucking with Gandolfini. You're a fucking hero.
I mean, I do like James Gandolfini. He's a great guy. I take a lot of inspiration in my lovemaking from watching The Sopranos. I don't know if you know this, but I do.
Wearing wife beater and keeping your boxers on, sticking it through the hole, and just heaving for
first
3 minutes.
Don't get it twisted, bro. I fuck like Tony Soprano, and that does mean while wearing a wife beater.
Yeah, it means you suffocate whoever's underneath you because you're extremely obese.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Don't be speaking ill of the dead on this motherfucker. Don't be talking trash.
Yeah, he finally lost the weight, didn't he? Because
when you
deteriorated off
when
of
you
his
decompose, you do lose weight. That is probably how I'll finally get back under the 200 mark. It's when I'm dead. Or hey, shouldn't you? I was always wondering about this, but shouldn't you buy like your death suit before you die? Because when they drain all the blood and shit out of your body, you're gonna be a lot skinnier. So if you wear like a big suit like I would wear if I owned a suit, I mean I'm not one of those fucking losers that goes around wearing a suit all the time. I enjoy my wealth. You know, I dress comfortable. Unlike these guys who are like, oh, you gotta look the part, you know. Nah, not me, dude. I'll be in sweats with a fucking bill in the bank, dude. You know what I'm saying? Give me give me that Powerball money. I'll still have on some Adidas track pants, okay? Facts. But it was nice to see, like, just as I get into becoming wealthy, so many people lose their wealth. Like what's going on with Robinhood. You've heard a little bit about this shit this week, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
What really happened there? I don't really. I mean, I lost interest in what the poor were doing to try and combat us. You know, the minute that $600 hit my bank account. So.
Well, it's been going on way before that.
Oh, really? What happened?
It's just insider trading type shit. Like, this hedge fund bought a bunch of shares in GameStop.
Oh yeah, where you go and get where you go sell your video games when you're poor, so you can go buy weed.
Yeah, like same place where you go and get DVDs and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, stuff that nobody has used for years and years. Like, you buy your freaking games online and download them to your system. Nobody gets the actual disc anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of outdated.
It was just a stock that was trading at like $15 a share, and all these Reddit people heard about this hedge fund buying it up and shorting it.
Oh, okay. So a bunch of these like capitalist pigs were gonna fuck over all the people who already owned stock in GameStop.
Yeah, they were gonna buy a bunch of stocks and short them. And so this Reddit group decided to just boost the stock up and
started buying up shares to drive up the price.
They boosted it up to like 7,000%. I think the highest it got, the last time I heard, the highest it got was like almost it was like 490 something a share from 15. So then, like, once the hedge fund has to buy back the shares at a certain point, and they have to pay the market price.
The ones that were going to short.
Yeah. So there's a certain date, so they were trying to drive it up as high so it would fuck the hedge fund guys.
Beautiful. I mean, I love that. I mean, I don't understand why people got to go in for all this fancy gambling when, like, me personally got that paycheck, hit Shelbyville, fucking threw $5 on 10 long shots, hit the blackjack table, lost $30, left the blackjack table, went and got a soda, came back, up $100, went and checked my long shots, hit 2 of those, boom. I'm fucking golden. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fucking wealthy man. Why you gotta go around trying to fuck over the last bastion of Blockbuster in America? Why do they gotta take a dump right in the mouth of brick and mortar stores all over America just to make a buck when you could go fuck around at the casino like a gentleman with your cufflinks on if you have a shirt with buttons? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
nobody's gonna judge you.
That Robinhood app was like shutting down the sale of not just GameStop, but AMC, and then
there were multiple.
Plus, the app was crashing. Like so many.
They were pretending for it to crash. That's what
I mean. Because so many people were getting the app, so they were like, so they could get in on this. I'm good. And then they shut down the sale of those stocks, and there was so much congestion on the app that it was, crashing.
Okay.
So everybody was giving it a 1-star rating and all this shit, like hundreds of thousands of people.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you if it was literally fucking you out of being able to participate in this?
They had Google
money-making
scrub
situation?
all the 1-star reviews.
Oh, so they were like, "Hey Google, we know that we're now shit in the eyes of the people who have both fucked with us in the past and the people who are trying to fuck with us at this particular moment. So go ahead and wipe all that clean and dry." God, that was... it looked like you just took a gulp of Drano. Anyway, I'm just saying, I thought it was pretty good. Sham Pipple all the way, folks. Drink a boot full. Especially if you got that stimmy. You know what I'm saying? But what they did was, they were like, okay, we'll fuck over all the people who have already been using our service. And we'll fuck over all the people trying to use our service in this particular moment. And then please go ahead and wipe that all clean, so that when people try and use us in the future, they won't know exactly how we fucked over pretty much our entire consumer base over the course of several days. And this is the Robinhood app, you said, right?
Right, rob from the rich and give to the poor.
So it's just like, but
if they're owned by the rich, then they're like, well, let's shut the shit down.
See, this is a very common thing in capitalism, where essentially big business and other houses, you know what I'm saying? Like the casino is the house, right? And the reason the casino wins is because they can back all the bets. They've already got the loot. So if you have somebody sit down at a blackjack table and you just keep playing, sooner or later, you're going to lose it all to the dealer. Now, the dealer has to play every hand. The dealer has to play every single hand, but you don't have to play every hand, right? That's the trick, is we convince people that they can just walk away. Or, I say we. I'm not really a house yet. I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I end up in the White House, that'd be one thing. But really, I'd just settle for Graceland. All I'm saying, like, do you think that they'll ever put Graceland on the market? Or is that like a national treasure?
I don't know. Eventually, people will probably get tired of caring about Elvis.
They got his place in Palm Springs up for sale. It's been for sale for like 5 years now. I tell you, if I'd have hit that Powerball, we'd have a nice little vacation spot out in Cali.
I mean, people aren't really fucking with like Mozart and all of them anymore. Like, you can't really.
You could probably rent Mozart's old apartment.
Probably don't need to tour all there where they live,
I think Mozart had an apartment. I don't think he had I'm sure he probably had a couple of estates, but like where he.
I never looked into it. I'm just saying, like, eventually Elvis is gonna lose his cachet somewhat, I would think.
I'd like to see him wind up on the $1 bill.
Elvis?
Yeah.
Well, he's been on it plenty of times. Buy him at the gift shop.
No. Like the actual $1 bill.
I'll wipe my ass with that shit.
Whatever, bro. Fucking
I'm tired
George Washington.
I'm tired of him trying to put different people on the money. Just fucking leave it. Just do it.
Dude, I'm telling you.
It's not worth it. Who cares?
George Washington, total pig. I mean, sure.
Who cares? He started the country.
Of this country. You know what I'm saying? He's like the father
Who cares?
of the nation.
Who cares? It's old news.
But wouldn't you rather have the godfather of soul, James Brown, on that motherfucker?
No. I could care less about James Brown being on our money.
He didn't pretend to be blind. He learned to dance.
Yeah, he
like a motherfucker.
Pulled shotguns on people for pissing in his bathroom. He's a fucking crazy person.
Don't piss in the Godfather of Soul's bathroom without permission.
Well, if
you sit down when you piss at the Godfather of Soul's house.
If it's that important, then it should have been guarded.
Maybe that's what the obviously shotgun?
Obviously, nobody told her she wasn't allowed.
Okay. Oh, this
is an irrational person. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Well, sure. I mean, he went on some PCP from time to time. I mean,
yeah.
You and I, we never dabbled with PCP.
Chuck
We've
Berry
done a lot of drugs,
fucking
but I don't
pissed
think
on.
Have you ever done one of those?
What?
The PCP, the angel dust.
No,
I never got dust.
I don't think I ever fucked with PCP.
Never smoked Fry or Sherm either. The formaldehyde, which they say is like the same effect or whatever. But no, I never fucked with either of those.
No. Well, that brings up another story too. Your boy T.I.
Oh, the godfather of Atlanta rap music.
Or that's a terrible name for him because a lot of people came out of Atlanta before him.
Well, okay,
like
Tip.
Goody Mob.
Tip's his name. Whatever.
Outkast.
Old
you
Tip,
know, nobody's ever
heard
of them, but yeah, you know, TIP and the Gremlin.
Damn, bro. The Gremlin, that's fucking Lil Wayne, bro. Lil Wayne's the one that looked like a gremlin.
Oh, Tiny looks like some kind of troll.
She's ugly as hell. Tiny's not a fucking Coco, okay?
Well,
she's not Ice-T's wife, okay? She's the down bitch from Jump Street.
Well, they're saying she's a sex trafficking and kidnapping bitch now.
Shit. God damn.
Yeah.
What?
So it's come out. There's been a lot of allegations that T.I. and Tiny have been holding girls against their will and forcing them to take drugs and have sex.
With men?
Well, with T.I. and Tiny
specifically,
as well as his other rappers and security.
Okay, so it's a family affair.
Yeah, so it's been alleged this woman is...
Damn it.
Okay.
I mean, from the looks of it, just what I just said, as a compliment, like, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
God damn it, John.
Your
really?
God, the people you love. The ugly chick.
T.I. had my respect from the moment I saw Tiny. From the moment I saw Tiny,
you're like, if he will have
this dude
her as his wife, then he's...
No, he fucking gets it.
Well,
he's a real gangster.
Well,
he knows better than to just marry some fucking coos, fucking strumpet whore,
Italian
fucking plastic.
Okay, so just let me get into the story.
He kept the woman who was down from day one. That's a real gangster.
Yeah, she's down from day one because she knew he was making money.
Yeah.
He had money before he was doing rap. Because you believe all the stuff that every rapper says about being a rich-ass drug dealer.
Just like everybody that watches our show should believe that I'm a rich-ass comedian.
They should, yeah. It's about the same percentage. So, anyway, this been a woman that's been kind of trolling them on social media or whatever, which is actually someone that had pictures with her sons with T.I. and they said they've been dealing with her for 10 years or whatever.
Okay.
But she's alleging that, like, she's gotten these DMs and stuff from people saying that they were at, like, basketball tournaments, like CIAA, which is like a lower level college basketball tournament. T.I. did a concert and had a party, and then after a NBA All-Star game, he had a party. And
okay, so they're having parties, something rich people all do, including myself.
Yeah, after party
this week.
So then, I guess at these parties, it would be, T.I., his entourage, and security, and Tiny, of course. And then women would come back.
To have sex with the two of them.
Well, just to come to party.
Just come back to their place and then just never really kind of leave.
So then it was
they were going straight Leon Black in this motherfucker.
Well, just let me tell a story. So they would come to wherever T.I.'s Airbnb or, hotel room or whatever. And T.I. and his friends and his wife would force the girls to do Molly and cocaine.
Oh, man. Can you imagine how hard it must be to turn the arm of a girl who's partying with rappers and to get her to put her nose down in a pile of coke and Molly? I mean, dude, you gotta you gotta have a real crank going to twist that arm, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then they would say that they would pressure them to do drugs, pressure them to get naked, pressure them to have sex.
No.
And, kind of that's how it is. It's like they would take their cell phones.
Really? They would take their cell phones, like, so that they couldn't, videotape all the felonious drugs that were going on for free for these people. They didn't want to get it out there that they had piles of cocaine on them on maybe for Instagram or Snapchat. Perhaps maybe some of these ladies might, I don't know, tip a friend who might be connected to some less rich gun-toting motherfuckers to come through and rob them. So they take their phones and they give them all the free drugs in the world, and then they'd be like, hey, why don't we all get naked? This is what you're saying.
Yeah, and then like another allegation was that a woman from Atlanta was at a club and they were there and they offered her a fee to go back with them and have a threesome. And when they got to the place and shit was going on, she said they were too aggressive and she didn't want to do it and they were trying to force her to do drugs. And she left. And they didn't do anything, but Tiny was kind of really rude and aggressive about it.
So she was like, fucking do some coke, bitch. Fucking probably calling her names. Probably calling her anything but Dublin.
Like, hey,
we paid you.
Me and my husband want to have sex with you right now. Let's do it. But they let her leave.
Oh, so they were like, hey, we're still trying to pay you more money. We still want to give you more drugs. We just want to keep having sex with you. But if you want to go, you can. Yeah. So then she did, and so what? So these people need to listen to more gospel music.
Apparently, that's sex trafficking.
That's sex trafficking.
Here's what I want to say is I want to say I'm not defending T.I. and Tiny.
Well, speak for yourself on that one. So far, I'm on their side.
And T.I., I never cared for his rap that much. Yeah. But
you can have whatever you like.
But here's what I'm saying. It's a long way from still pimping. No, here's what I'm saying is ladies, like, if you go to a basketball tournament or an NBA All-Star game and you go to a rapper's after party, you shouldn't expect a game of Parcheesi or fucking charades and a fucking charcuterie board. You should expect mollies and coke and cognac and
to put your
and having some sex.
Yeah.
Because if
put
there's
your pussy on his face.
3 things I know about rappers, they love jewelry, drugs, and sex.
I couldn't say it better myself, John.
And
3 things I know about Keith Ray. I love jewelry. What was the other one? Molly, drugs,
and
jewelry,
sex.
jolly.
Like you don't go to a party with
best kind of party you can have.
You don't go to a party with Devin the Dude and then say, "I'm not gonna smoke weed. I just want to play board games."
Hey man,
like they like to party, man.
Hey.
So if you go to one of their parties, you should expect a party.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to victim blame. Like, definitely they shouldn't rape anybody, but it's pretty hard to force somebody to do coke or Molly. Like, you could put Molly in somebody's drink, I guess.
That's
but
true.
You can't force somebody.
They're not claiming to have been dosed. They're claiming to have been pressured into doing drugs.
But I mean, we all know the main ways you do cocaine.
You can't.
It's hard to force on you. Like, it's hard to force somebody to snort something up their nose unless you got a gun to their head, and it's hard to force somebody to let somebody blow cocaine into their butthole.
Which is a great way to do it,
boofing.
By the way. If you've never boofed cocaine before, I just recommend that
Keith told me about it.
You do it with a smaller amount of cocaine than you would necessarily inhale over the course of an evening.
I've never done it, but I heard it was great.
I wouldn't recommend putting like an entire gram of cocaine up your rectum, for instance.
You might die.
You could die from that, exactly. But I would say...
But it's hard to... The thing is, it's hard to force somebody to do that.
I mean, once you've already plied them with tons of coke, and then they're like, naked from peer pressure, and
you're like
bend over and you can blow a little coke up their ass. I'm not saying that they couldn't have.
You go to a party that a rapper's throwing, you're going to expect some drugs and sex.
It's just like...
Because that's all they talk about, and that's what we all like.
Day.
Yeah. Good luck if you were back in the 70s and they stuck a shark up your pussy.
Yeah.
That's what those crazy motherfuckers used to do.
I don't even feel bad.
I'd rather have the mollies than the sex.
Yeah, sounds better to me. I've definitely
for sure.
But also, I mean, I've partied with people who have a public image. You know, that image surrounded around drugs and alcohol and foul language. And I'm not trying to name any names here. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those people who thinks that the list of celebrities that they've been fucked up with is their only way to relate to the layman. You know, I spend my time trying to relate to the people through material possessions and family relationships, you know, like a decent Christian. But I will say this, those people that I had those encounters with that have reputations publicly for being drunk as fuck and high all the time. We got drunk as fuck and high as fuck. When we got together and hung out, it was pretty great. Typically, people are a little bit like their art. I'm not going to
My point is...
Economy of words, go fuck yourself.
No, my point is... These ladies...
If you're going
to party with T.I., you ought to know what's going to be going on. And if you don't want to do that, then don't go. I think a lot of it might be maybe these ladies that
just don't want to fuck Tiny.
No, they were there and didn't get chosen to do what they wanted to do. So then they're slut shaming and clout chasing. See, I'm learning these new phrases.
I know
PC
all about,
phrases. So
I know all about slut shaming.
I'm about to be an SJW.
Well, will you please tell me real quick what you understand the definition of slut shaming?
I'm not trying to victim blame.
Okay, don't. Well, no, I am.
There
are no victims here. And they can all shut the fuck up.
If Tiny and T.I. kidnapped anyone or raped anyone, I feel for them.
And they should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
People that were allowed to leave.
Sounds like people that came for a free fucking party got one, and some of them wish that they'd have gotten more. Probably gotten more. You know, well, I haven't heard anything about firearms in this. Was there any mention of any firearms? You said if you put a gun to somebody's head, they'll probably do the line of coke. But
well, all I'm saying is,
what's the definition of slut shaming? Tell me, please. How do you understand it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. These girls that went and didn't have as much fun as they thought they were going to have, are trying to call out, because all the accusations I've seen is people that didn't have anything done to them and left.
Oh, no shit.
So that's what I'm saying. They're trying to call out the girls that stayed and did the shit that the guys wanted to do and Tiny wanted to do or whatever. It's just these motherfuckers have got a lot of money, a lot of drugs, and a lot of fame. They're gonna have orgies and shit, and some chicks want to do that shit. Some don't. But if you don't
leave, like you said, and apparently everybody can just leave. So,
but that's what I'm saying. But also, if they did do shit that they shouldn't have, I'm against that. But
look, I support anybody with an ugly wife. I've said it 1,000 times. I'll say it 1,000 more. I understand the relationship between T.I. and Tiny to be probably the most beautiful one in all of rap music. Maybe Paul Wall and his girlfriend. She's not an ugly woman, but she's fat. Fat as fuck. She ain't thick. She ain't video thick. She's a big fat woman. She's a great lady. And so, tip, Paul Wall, you got old Keith Ray's admiration. That's the facts.
Yeah, Keith Ray's admiration. Hey, you rappers that have ugly women, you're my favorites.
They are. They got
because that's what I can get to.
Because they got soul, baby. You know what I'm saying? They down for what's real in this world.
No, or they're down with sex trafficking and all that shit.
I don't know, man. See, that's the thing. Is a pimp a sex trafficker? Like just a straight, like a pimp, like Iceberg Slim from back in the day, like the old.
Yeah, it's illegal. You're not allowed to do it.
Well, I understand that it's illegal.
But I'm saying
is it still trafficking human beings?
They're talking about is just
having
parties with drugs and having sex. That sounds like every Too Short song I ever heard in my life. He's been rapping since I was born.
I've ever been to.
Yeah, exactly.
Where people are doing drugs and having sex with each other. That's the party.
Hey, we went to a party and they had drugs and sex. Well, that's what a party is when you're a grown adult.
It sounds like a bunch of little Karen-ass bitches, little Karen-ass dumplings, went to a party that they just wasn't straight cut out for. Well, go on back to the dormitory, sister. Because this ain't oppression studies class. This is fucking partying with the king of Atlanta. All right? So, don't fuck around here.
The king of Atlanta either.
What's the king of 18? What was his... He had a thing, wasn't he? He have a
He might say that.
Yeah. Well, then...
I don't give a fuck what he says.
If you said it and...
Dude, everybody...
And Tiny says it, then that's what it is.
Everybody in the Dungeon family will cut his ass up. Go play with Robin Thicke and Pharrell. You.
Damn, bro. And we went there. Just in time to mention, if you want to say that word one more time, I've got a person who it probably applies to. Have you heard about the leader of the Proud Boys?
Oh, the snitch.
Yeah, bro. Hard to start a revolution when fucking...
You're ratting everybody out.
Fucking Che Guevara's on the take from Batista.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Che Guevara was a CIA plant.
That's not true at all.
I'm saying that's what this situation
if Che was working for Kennedy, then fucking boom. Sure enough. Like, it's just... And this really isn't going to help all the Proud Boys with their already tumultuous relationship with ideas of race, because they elected, essentially the Barack Obama of David Dukes as their leader, and he turns out to be fucking big pussy, turning it all over to the fence the whole fucking time. Afro-Cuban. I mean, talk about the best kind of jazz music. The worst kind of leader for what's left over of the Tea Party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just fucking narking everybody out, getting busted on some fucking diabetes medication beef. That's what you roll over for. That's what you roll over on the call.
Selling expired medications.
Damn, bro, and not even like good ones. Not like. It's not like you're selling Cosby expired Quaaludes.
Yeah, Oxycontins or fucking...
all that shit that still works Vicodin. Well after it's expired,
it was
by the way.
Diabetes medication.
Yeah, try and keep your He's over here trying to help people with Sugarfoot and make a buck at the same time, and they got to make him roll on the whole goddamn thing.
You know your lane. Make your money.
I'm just glad that they lost again. And I hope they keep losing because
Weirdos.
You've got nothing to be proud of. That's my whole point. And also, boy, that's the one thing you got right, is you're a bunch of boys. Bunch of little boys. And, we got so much pride. Mm-hmm. Proud about what, motherfucker? Your blog?
Being Western men.
Oh, yeah. We, the great Western men. You ever seen Tokyo, bro? They make the West look like a playground full of rocks and rusted out fucking. Remember the thing on the spring? Just there's a bunch of rusted out those and rocks to throw at each other over in Japan right now. You take a picture of fucking Hiroshima and put it next to a picture of Detroit, you find out who really ran or who really won the war. You know what I'm saying? Like. Fucking, what do you have to be proud? You work at fucking Jiffy Lube. You have nothing to be proud of. Proud. We use a different alphabet.
They got their shirt press. I'm proud of that.
I saw a dude get completely ostracized from the comedy community down in Houston, because Houston, Texas, even though it's fucking straight up South Texas, like. The comedy community is still full of brilliant, vibrant, forward-thinking young adults, and Andy Huggins, shout out. You know what I'm saying? If anybody in Houston's watching, they'll get that joke, you know. But like this guy, he got a Proud Boys tattoo. Like
terrible idea.
You get a political tattoo. Like a tattoo that says, I'm part of this group. God, what a bad idea. You know? Like, imagine thinking, like this amalgam of this group of people that is angry and loud, almost obnoxiously so, both in public and online, is really representative of me and probably will be so forever. No chance of it going south or making a left turn that I'm not okay with, you know? I saw this kid.
Yeah, I can't relate to it.
I saw this kid getting beat up on all the time. I was like, hey man, what the fuck? Why is everybody treating this kid like he's a fucking pariah? What has he got? Fucking leprosy, you know? Is he contagious? And they're like, no, he's got a Proud Boys tattoo. And I was like, well, I'm not sticking up for him anymore.
Yeah, he's fucked up.
Yeah, man. He swore allegiance to a snitch. You know what I'm saying?
Get a cover up.
Yeah, man. Well, everybody, we want to thank you so much for continuing to support the show. Check out Teddy's store on Etsy. And I want to say from the bottom of my heart, John, fuck you. You're getting fat too. It's wintertime.
No, bro. I'm still skinny.